Greetings, my friends. This is Gilles. Welcome to my channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day. For it is a full moon. It's very important. It's the beginning of spring. There's all kinds of new energies, but we have to learn to be responsible for all that is part of our consciousness. We have to be deciding what is true, what is real. We have to make to get our own. To get our own discerning in relationship to this war of information and all kinds of things that's been bombarded, even in not talking about mainstream media, I'm talking about the internet, but make sure that something is true before we communicate it, because otherwise it will do a lot more harms to communicate. Fake news is really not a good idea. And so I'm here. I'm called to talk. So it's sometimes, most of the time, it's better not to talk than to say something that's not. But here I'm believing that what I'm saying is true and will benefit those who will listen to those messages. For it is all about a heart-based truth and an alignment that I'm teaching. It's like to sign on self be true, to learn to connect to your own guiding system. And so I'm going to pull a few cards, few oracles. The first one is the oracle of the day from the angels. Here we have knowledge. For there is this. It is an angel that's called Mahasta. Mahasta, thank you. Will definitely continue to integrate this knowledge, this deep knowledge about the soul, about the multidimensional reality of who it is. It comes as in a receptive mode. Everything comes down. And don't waste your time trying to teach people that I really don't want to learn, or to waste your time trying to convince people that are really 3D, three-dimensional. Just try to avoid them. Just allow yourself to grow and develop with your own. Doesn't mean not to get in we get in contact, but don't try to convince people of things if they're not ready. They will come to the information when they know. Take care of to maintain your frequency. And only you know what's best for you. Don't let somebody else tell you what's best for you. You know what's best for you. You are the creator of your experience, and that's what we're coming to realization. Then once we come into this realization that we are the creator of our reality, very slowly but surely we're returning to this power of creation, this power of creator, and then we're going to be able to manifest a very different reality, because we no longer exist in the matrix, in time, in this linear timeline. We still exist in physicality, but we live inside the timeless moment of now, within the great cosmic consciousness, the mind of God, and all kinds of things become available in this timeless moment of now. That yet there is an understanding of the continuity of processes and all the rhythm and flows, and but more things will reveal from inside on the inner workings of the universe as we turn in. We don't want to overthink things. We don't need to. Very important to focus on your well-being, on your peace of mind, rather than having to investigate everything and to dissect, to put together, to have to resolve intellectually. The more it's important that the mind has some kind of nourishment to continue to evolve, but it is more important to take care of our physical well-being, wellness, emotional wellness. For there was a philosopher named Ulm who thought that emotional intelligence was more important than intellectual intelligence. It was, I think, 18th century philosopher. And so I'm going to pull a few cards as an oracle for the Dakini. The highest wisdom is the pearl before swine. It's like, stop giving out your energy to people who are not receptive to your energy. Just learn to see that not everybody is sincere in the world. So you have to. It's just a matter of being prudent, being careful. Huh? It is like you inviting people to come into your house, but they have really dirty shoes, and when they come, they leave all kinds of mess. And so spirit will come and clean again, and will clean again. And so, but eventually you want to screen. It's very important to screen who you let in, and all the information that comes into your consciousness, not to let in the parasites of the dualistic world. That's the serpent. So what we need to understand is the hard drop is divine wisdom, is the oasis in the desert, to have the wisdom to to draw the lines when lines needs to be drawn to remain in your well-being, not to allow other people to invade your energy. What you need to do is eternal life, is connect to this timeless moment of now, to regain the power of our soul, to reconnect to our soul. And the outcome will be total freedom from fear. It is the Joker. It will be total freedom from fear. And so it's going to be quite wonderful. It's going to require leaps of faith. And so I'm going to pull a few more oracles just to see what different oracle will look at the same thing from a different angles. The card of the day from the Akash card is Asia. It is Asia. Asia is the from the Greek perspective. It was the land of the well. It was the land of peace and well-being at that time, and it is here. It is the Lord Buddha. It is the samadhi, to elevate our consciousness above and beyond the dualistic matrix. I'm going to pull a few more oracles, and the main thing is just to turn off the TV, to be very careful with all this information. TV is really how they create disease, they create war, it's the only instrument they have. If they didn't have that, all of their plans would not work. So, but a lot of people are still tempted to turn on the TV and listen to all those lies and manipulation. So the highest wisdom is the why. The why, for the why is really a power to understand why. But everybody comes from, everybody's doing the best they can with the information they have, and some people have agendas and things. But you have to trust the overall plan and let go, and the answers will come when it's the right time. What we need to do is reparation. There's so much to repair, just at on our personal life, but also on the world, the way civilization, society is organized. There's going to be much to do. What we need to do is all that shine is to ask for the gold coins as well. Although it is superficial, it is part of the other process. It is important to ask God that if He kind enough to give you those gold coins, so they can, because it is something sometimes we have, sometimes we don't, but depending on the incarnations, but it makes things easier. So just choose to ask for the abundance and know you are worthy to receive it. And the outcome is the respect of the rule, the alignment with the law, the order of things, so that all of it will come into alignment. And so, so I thank you very much for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, for your donations. And if you want a private session, you can send me an email. I'm going to briefly do a last oracle, and then the highest wisdom is traveling. So we're gonna be traveling, as it's if we want to travel. We already travel so much within our consciousness, but we're gonna develop this ability more and more to be able to be in many places eventually, eventually everywhere. Our consciousness will become universal. It will take a while before our consciousness can embrace all aspects of this universe. And then we'll move on to higher universes when we achieve that. But for now, the local universe is our goal of expansion. This like 10 million solar systems of consciousness, all of it conscious with all kinds. There's so much to 352 dimensions within this creator universe. So what we need to understand is the outsider, to accept that we're still looking at something from the outside. It's like we're still in this dimension and our consciousness is looking into higher dimensions, but we're not yet comfortable enough to come in. For there is the lock is not really, I don't think the lock is really locked here. I don't know if my camera can focus on it. No, but the lock is actually not locked, and it's just a little child. He doesn't know that he can actually come in. So whenever we're ready, it will happen. What we need to do is aloneness, is to enlighten our own past, to enlighten the past of others, to let go of all the to trust that the fulfillment will come through spiritual reality, through meditation, through receptivity, and to be a good friend to ourselves, and also to be a good company for ourselves and for others. It's also what we are learning through the Hermit. And the outcome is suppression. We're going to need to get rid of all those cords that are anything that make us that takes more energy from us, that are giving us energy, is not for our highest good. So we're going to be able to release all kinds of tides and bonds, and then the success will come. It's going to be the victory, the success. It is the tiger, that's the tiger of fear that just walks over the planet and the ocean. So what does victory means? Victory means abundance. We're returning to this abundance. What is it we want to achieve? We want to let go. We want to achieve forgiveness. It is the card of guilt. So we want to achieve forgiveness, total forgiveness for ourselves, to be able to be in the state of abundance. And what helps us on the way to victory is to turn within. So it's always about for we completely free of all kinds of extraterrestrials, negative parasites that's always been there, but now they've been removed. So now we have really the opportunity to connect to our inner self. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I'm going to sing a song. I wasn't sure what to sing, so this one came up. A song of David Bowie. It's called "The Man Who Sold the World." We passed upon the stairs. We spoke of what and when. Although I wasn't there, he said I was his friend, which came as a surprise. I spoke into his eyes. I thought you died alone a long, long time ago. Who knows? Not me. We never lost control. Your face to face with the man who sold the world. Dum 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 dum. I laughed and shook his hand and made my way back home. I searched for foreman land. For years and years I roamed. I gaze a gazeless stare. We walked a million hills. I must have died alone a long, long time ago. Who knows? Not me. I never lost control. Your face to face with the man who sold the world. Dum 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 dum. Song of David Bowie. This was very extraterrestrial, very cosmic consciousness of all the rock and rollers. It's of this era. Is the one who's been bringing the space energy down as much. And the card of the day is the moon. There is this full moon in motion, or new moon in motion. New moon in motion. So it's a new moon, and so it's a beginning of something. It's the Archangel Eniel, the opportunity to refine your project. Let yourself be guided by your intuition. Confront your fear in order to be stronger. So it's a very soft energy, but you can rely on the stability of the moon. You can rely on the stability of the sun. The moon is just a mirror, but don't just utilize it to deprogram all programmation and to be already in the receptive mode of all that is good for the forgiveness and just clearing up, making the life a blank canvas, and then we're going to recreate something completely new. I wish you a wonderful day. Thank you very much, and I'll talk to you later. Adonai.